Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer found themselves in a tough spot when their long-serving and heavily customized storage system suddenly gave up the ghost after a routine update. With a complex setup involving multiple drive arrays, solid-state drive caching, and virtual machines, the prospect of data recovery was a nightmare. After attempts to revive the old unit failed, our reviewer discovered a compatible replacement model that promised a direct migration path for all the existing hard drives. Taking a leap of faith, they acquired the new storage device. The migration process involved moving over all the original drives in the correct order, along with an upgraded set of random access memory and the expansion cards from the old machine. The relief was immense when the new system booted up flawlessly, recognizing the entire configuration. Apart from a few minor network and virtual machine settings that needed a quick adjustment, everything was back online, saving an incredible amount of time and stress. That said, the experience wasn't without its critiques. This client noted that the new device's tool-less plastic drive caddies feel less premium and don't dissipate heat, as well as the metal ones from their previous unit. Another noticeable downgrade was the absence of a front-facing status display. On the plus side, the internal design is clever, with great airflow and convenient access to onboard M.2 slots for future expansion. However, a significant drawback is the lack of integrated graphics, which forces a choice between adding a video card or using all the expansion slots for other hardware. Despite these minor issues, the seamless and successful migration from a dead system made this new NAS an absolute lifesaver.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer found themselves in a familiar cycle with their previous 4-bay storage system, constantly running out of space and facing the considerable expense of upgrading all 4 drives at once. The move to this new 6-bay unit was driven by a search for a more cost-effective and scalable solution. Our client noted that a 6-bay configuration offers a much better ratio of usable storage to redundant backup space compared to a 4-bay system, making it a smarter long-term investment without the added complexity and noise of an even larger 8-bay model. The migration process, which involved moving the old drives directly into the new chassis, was mostly successful but came with some important warnings. This client stresses that the firmware on the old device must be completely up to date to avoid issues, and that some third-party software licenses might not transfer over automatically. First impressions of the hardware itself were mixed. On the one hand, the new processor is a significant upgrade, providing a snappier and smoother experience, especially when streaming large, high-bitrate video files that used to occasionally stutter on the older hardware. On the other hand, the physical build quality felt like a step down. The tool-less drive trays and front cover seemed flimsy, and our reviewer missed the detailed status display of older models, finding the new indicator lights less useful. Setting up the new array was a test of patience, as initializing the drives took well over a day, during which the system was painfully slow. However, once that process finished, the performance was excellent. The reviewer did encounter a few software bugs related to licensing and network settings, but a final firmware update from the manufacturer successfully resolved all outstanding problems, leaving them with a powerful and fully functional system.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer decided to spend a little extra time making a decision about this NAS storage system, and they're glad they did. They upgraded the memory to 64 GB and added a 1 TB SSD primarily for running virtual machines. After consulting a few YouTube tutorials to fine-tune the drivers, the VMs are performing exceptionally well. Our reviewer has configured this device as a file server with snapshots, syncing them to USB drive for scheduled backups and also to Microsoft Azure Cold Storage for an offsite safety net, all managed through the included HBS backup application. It's running the TS Hero operating system, which the reviewer recommends choosing during setup, as switching later might not be possible. Just be aware that TS Hero is a bit more memory intensive, so that memory upgrade is really beneficial if you plan on running a lot of VMs. This client is also using the device as a Plex media server. With the addition of a graphics card, it handles hardware transcoding beautifully, allowing for smooth remote streaming to devices like phones. Note that Plex Pass is needed for the hardware transcoding feature, They found lots of helpful resources on YouTube, particularly the QNAP UK and NAS Compares channels, which helped them unlock many of the device's capabilities, like setting up a shutdown plan in case of a power failure using their UPS. This storage system, in our reviewer's opinion, could easily handle the demands of a medium-sized business. It offers extensive RAID options, hot standby drives, and numerous features crucial for business environments, such as functioning as a domain controller and scanning for viruses malware. The built-in app store with what appear to be free apps is a great resource. You can even expand it with the community-driven QNAP Club. Plus, it supports creating containers, which are like mini servers, using the Container Station tool for easy installation of Docker containers. The unit comes with a 3-year warranty, with the option to purchase an additional 2 years. The operating system support is lifetime. Our reviewer concludes that if you simply need more disk space, this might be overkill. However, if you're looking for a platform to manage your infrastructure or have a serious home lab, it's an amazing piece of kit.
Appreciate you watching. If this video helped, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. See you soon.